I believe you were searching for the answers in all the wrong places.
You're right, actually. I am. I'm pretty troubled and I'm pretty confused, but I'm afraid, really afraid. Really afraid, but I think you're fucking.
Donnie Darko wasn't supposed to be a cult classic. It was supposed to die on a Blockbuster shelf. A first-time director made $9 grand. Drew Barrymore paid for it herself. A real jet engine part fell out of the sky during filming, and the movie bombed so hard its biggest legacy became a Christmas #1 song. These are 15 weird facts about Donnie Darko, a disaster that accidentally became a legend. Number 1. Drew Barrymore saved the film from going straight to video by financing it herself. Richard Kelly was a nobody, fresh out of film school with a weird script about time travel and rabbits. He spent years pitching Donnie Darko to Hollywood executives. Everyone said the same thing. Great script, but we're not letting you direct it. Studios wanted Joel Schumacher or someone established. The project stalled completely. Then Kelly got a meeting on the set of Charlie's Angels. Drew Barrymore read the script. She loved it. Kelly offered her the English teacher role. Barrymore had one condition. Her production company, Flower Films, would produce the movie for $4.5 million. Take it or leave it. Without Barrymore's money, the film would have gone straight to cable television or direct-to-video hell. Her involvement opened every door. Patrick Swayze signed on. Noah Wyle joined the cast. Barrymore didn't just star in Donnie Darko. She literally saved it from oblivion.
Alas, I have not yet been elected Queen of the Universe.
Number 2. Director Richard Kelly was only 25 years old when he made it and earned just $9,000. Kelly graduated from film school in 1997. By the time filming began in summer 2000, Kelly was 25 years old, a kid directing a multi-million-dollar production. Jake Gyllenhaal later said Kelly had quiet confidence while hiding internalized terror, and his paycheck, a measly $9,000. $4.5 million budget. The director got paid $9 grand. Kelly jokes about it now, but at the time, he was just grateful anyone let him direct. Number 3. The film was shot in exactly 28 days, matching the countdown in the movie. Production lasted 28 days in summer 2000, mostly night shoots in Canyon Country, California. The tight timeline was dictated by Drew Barrymore's availability. She only had 1 week free. The movie counts down 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds until the world ends. Do the math. 28 plus 6 plus 42 plus 12 equals 88. The year the film is set. Kelly built numerology into every frame. The number 8 appears constantly. Donnie's dog died when he was 8. The fire at Cunningham's house was extinguished after 8 p.m. George Bush won the election on November 8, 1988. The 28-day shoot wasn't just a production necessity, it was destiny.
Has anyone ever told you that?
Number 4. Seth Rogen's first movie role was as a bully, and his most memorable line is, "I like your boobs." This was Seth Rogen's feature film debut. He was 18 years old, fresh off Freaks and Geeks, but not famous yet. Rogen played Ricky Danforth, one of the school bullies. His big line, "I like your boobs." Creepy, unfunny. The complete opposite of everything Rogen would become known for. At the rap party, Rogen and Jake Gyllenhaal compared notes. They agreed they had absolutely no idea what the movie was about. Rogen admitted in 2007, "I didn't get it back then, and still don't." Judd Apatow saved Rogen from bully typecasting by casting him in Undeclared the same year. Number 5. Patrick Swayze played completely against type as a motivational speaker with a disturbing secret and wore his own 1980s clothes.
But I can still sense some students out there who are actually afraid to say.
Patrick Swayze was Hollywood royalty, Dirty Dancing, Ghost, the sexy heartthrob who always played romantic leads. Richard Kelly offered him Jim Cunningham, a slimy motivational speaker who's revealed to have a hidden dungeon with illegal material involving minors. Playing a character with such dark crimes when you're known as America's dreamboat? Career suicide material. But Swayze understood the assignment. He wanted to prove he could play morally bankrupt characters. Swayze brought his own clothes from the 80s for authenticity. Kelly said Swayze used his natural charm to make Cunningham believable. On first viewing, you trust him. On second viewing, knowing what's in that basement, he's absolutely chilling. Watch carefully. Jim Cunningham wears a wedding band throughout the film, but he's unmarried. Kelly said this hints at his untrustworthy nature, a subtle clue hidden in plain sight. Swayze's performance remains one of the creepiest in his filmography. Number 6. Mark Wahlberg wanted to play Donnie, but only with a lisp. Before Jake Gyllenhaal got the role, Richard Kelly considered several actors. Vince Vaughn met with Kelly 4 times, but felt too old to play 16-year-old Donnie. Vaughn was 30 at the time. He wisely passed. Then, Mark Wahlberg entered the picture. Wahlberg was 29 years old. He read the script. He liked it. He wanted the part. But Wahlberg had one non-negotiable condition. He would only play Donnie Darko if the character had a lisp. Kelly was baffled. Why would a troubled teenager with schizophrenia need a speech impediment? Wahlberg was pretty insistent on it. Kelly refused. The deal broke down. No one knows why Wahlberg wanted this bizarre choice. A 29-year-old playing a high school kid with a lisp would have been absolutely insane. Can you imagine Marky Mark lisping through the entire movie? Kelly dodged a bullet. Number 7. Jason Schwartzman was originally cast as Donnie, but dropped out due to scheduling conflicts. After the Wahlberg lisp disaster, Kelly found his Donnie. Jason Schwartzman from Rushmore loved the script. He was attached to play the lead for months. His casting was a big deal. It even led to a meeting with Francis Ford Coppola at American Zoetrope. Coppola read the script and gave Kelly crucial advice. He pointed to one of Karen's lines after she's fired. The kids have to figure it all out these days because the parents don't have a clue. Coppola slid the binder down the table dramatically and said, "That's what your whole movie's about right there." Kelly was floored, but there was a problem. Drew Barrymore only had 1 week to film her scenes. Production had to move faster than American Zoetrope's slower timeline. Schwartzman had other commitments. He couldn't make the accelerated schedule work. He withdrew from the project. Kelly scrambled. He met with Patrick Fugit and Lucas Black. Then Jake Gyllenhaal walked in. Number 8. Jake Gyllenhaal suggested casting his real-life sister Maggie as his on-screen sister. Gyllenhaal was in Los Angeles, auditioning for parts when he got the Donnie Darko script. He was mesmerized. He literally pulled over to the side of the road to finish reading it. Filming was scheduled to start in 1 month. Kelly worked with Gyllenhaal to amend dialogue. The young actor was given a lot of creative freedom. He made his voice sound like a child, talking to its blanket when speaking to Frank. Gyllenhaal said Frank was a source of comfort for Donnie, despite being terrifying. Then Jake had another idea. He suggested his older sister Maggie play Elizabeth Darko. The casting director had already mentioned Maggie after remembering her small role in John Waters' Cecil B. Demented. Jake told The Guardian he felt their real competitive sibling dynamic would work perfectly. He was right. The dinner table scene where they hurl insults at each other, that's real sibling energy. Maggie was 23 playing 19. Jake was 19 playing 16. Their on-screen chemistry came from years of actual sibling rivalry. Number 9. A real jet engine part fell from a plane during filming, just like in the movie. During production in August 2000, life imitated art in the most bizarre way. Richard Kelly's script was about a jet engine falling onto a house with unknown origin. Then, on August 27, 2000, a dishwasher-sized engine part fell from a KLM Boeing 747 into the Pacific Ocean near Long Beach, right in the middle of filming. Jake Gyllenhaal reportedly told the crew, "Oh my god, a jet engine part just fell onto Long Beach." The cast and crew were stunned. People told Kelly, "You can't have an engine fall off a plane. It just doesn't happen." Then it happened. Kelly has what one producer called an absolutely insane talent to write about something right before something very similar to it occurred. The coincidence was eerie. It felt like the universe was validating Kelly's strange vision. The film's central conceit suddenly felt less like science fiction and more like prophecy. Number 10. The film bombed spectacularly at the box office, earning just $515,000. Donnie Darko premiered at Sundance Film Festival on January 19, 2001. The reception was lukewarm. Harvey Weinstein wore a Donnie Darko cap to the screening. He sat through the entire film. Then he audibly passed on distributing it. Every major studio rejected the movie. Distributors called it inaccessible and not marketable. America was still reeling from the Columbine massacre 20 months earlier. Donnie's nihilistic lone wolf tone terrified executives. The film almost went straight to home video. Newmarket Films finally picked it up. They scheduled a theatrical release for late October 2001. Then September 11th happened. 6 weeks later, Donnie Darko opened in theaters, a film about a plane engine crashing into a house. The timing was catastrophic. Advertising was pulled. The plane crash imagery made it virtually unmarketable. First weekend, $110,000 on 58 screens. Final theatrical total, $515,375 domestic, against a $4.5 million budget. One of the biggest bombs of the year.
You're not gonna tell Mom, are you?
Why would I tell Mom?
Number 11. The Mad World cover became the UK Christmas #1 in 2003, 2 years after the film flopped. Composer Michael Andrews scored Donnie Darko. For the ending, he needed a song from the 1980s. He suggested Mad World by Tears for Fears. His friend Gary Jules came to Andrews' basement. They recorded the stripped-down version in just 15 minutes. The original was synth-heavy and upbeat. This version was devastating. The song appeared on the soundtrack in 2001. Then, DVD sales exploded. Fans demanded a proper single release. Released December 15th, 2003, Mad World battled The Darkness for Christmas #1. Mad World won. It hit #1 on December 21st and stayed there for 3 weeks. The song became more famous than the film itself. A slow burn cult film spawned a Christmas #1. Number 12. The film became a runaway hit on DVD, earning over $10 million in home video sales. Donnie Darko was released on DVD in March 2002. Word of mouth went nuclear. Bob Burney of Newmarket Films called it a runaway hit on DVD. United States sales alone exceeded $10 million. The UK finally got a theatrical release in October 2002, a full year late. It made £1 million at the box office. BBC named it the second best film of the year, behind Lord of the Rings. The DVD included commentaries, concept art, and pages from The Philosophy of Time Travel. Fans watched it repeatedly, pausing, rewinding, analyzing every frame. The movie that earned $500,000 theatrically made its money back 10 times over on DVD.
So in order to travel back in time.
Number 13. The director's cut added 20 minutes and superimposed pages from The Philosophy of Time Travel. Richard Kelly released a director's cut on May 29, 2004. The first flop to get a director's cut. Kelly added 20 minutes of deleted scenes. Dr. Thurman tells Donnie his drugs are placebos. Ms. Pomeroy teaches Watership Down. Donnie plays the arcade game, Outrun. Kelly superimposed pages from The Philosophy of Time Travel directly onto the screen. The pages explain the tangent universe and the manipulated dead. The theatrical version left everything ambiguous. The director's cut spelled it out. Many fans prefer the original cut. The director's cut grossed $753,000 domestically. Number 14. James Duvall wore the Frank Rabbit suit for almost every scene and called it his easiest job ever. Actor James Duvall played Frank the Rabbit. Duvall was inside the suit for almost every shot. He later said it was probably one of the easiest jobs I've ever had. I would put the suit on, show up on my mark, turn my head to the left, look straight, turn my head to the right, look straight. That was the entire performance. Minimal movement, maximum creepiness. Richard Kelly wanted Frank's face to be disturbing and animalistic. The design was inspired by Watership Down. Kelly wanted Frank's voice to sound like he was speaking through liquid. When the costume was first presented at Loyola High School, everyone got quiet. Kelly knew it was working. The rabbit suit is now at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. Number 15. The jet engine prop could only be shot once they rigged it to an air pressure cannon and had one take. Production built a jet engine shell and rigged it to an air pressure cannon above the set. The budget was tight. They had enough resources for one attempt. One chance to drop a jet engine through a house. No backup plan, no second take. The crew nailed it on the first try. This single take approach with no safety net perfectly captured the guerrilla filmmaking spirit. $4.5 million, 28 days, one shot at the money shot. Bonus fact, the film was inspired by a true story about a giant piece of ice falling through a suburban roof. Richard Kelly's original inspiration wasn't a jet engine. It was a news story about a massive chunk of ice falling from the sky and crashing through someone's roof. No explanation, no origin. Kelly changed it to a jet engine to make it more cinematic. He built the entire time travel narrative around this single unexplained event. Sometimes fiction predicts truth. Donnie Darko wasn't built to be a hit. It stumbled into theaters, got ignored, and died on arrival. Then it clawed its way back through DVD players, message boards, and midnight screening. A movie shot in 28 days by a 25-year-old kid became the blueprint for modern cult cinema. Decades later, people still argue about the rabbit, the engine, and the end of the world. Donnie Darko didn't just survive failure, it turned failure into mythology.